What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're back on the Forester. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Car Rant. We are once again here at the Forester, getting some stuff done today. Today's agenda is to clean it, and I know that doesn't sound very exciting. I am not very excited to do it, but let me show you why. So, as you can tell, it's a little tore up in here. It's a little messy. Little field mouse decided to make its home here. Basically, a little mousy friend got a little too comfortable and just started eating and taking care of business and eating some more and taking care of more business. And that's why we went out, got some turtle wax. This is the stuff that you would use on the interior. They call it the Interior 1 multi-purpose cleaner. We're going to be scrubbing this in once we get all the stuff vacuumed off the carpet and just see what level of damage is actually there. And with the help of Yilmar, we were able to get all of the remnants of the mouse out of this Forester and scrub the interior nice and clean. Now, it's time to wire it back up. So it has been a few days since we cleaned the car. The car now smells great. There's no more of that uric mouse smell that was just choking us out to be in here, which means it's time to put stuff like the dash back together. Now, as you can tell, we've got a huge head start. We've already set up the crossbar that most of the stuff in here will mount to. We've started putting the steering column back together. We've already figured out where a lot of plugs go. Honestly, I look at this and I'm actually disappointed in myself because we were so close to finishing. With the help of our friend Casey, we were able to completely finish the wiring under the dash and reroute the wiring where it needed to go. After this, we were able to set up the rear seat frame and fully install the dash correctly with proper gauges. So, Casey went home last night, as did I, but I'm here again today, and we've got more of the dash and everything put into it. Dude, this is so much work. Had I remembered how difficult most of this is, I probably would have hired someone to do this instead. But look at how close we have gotten. The wheel's in, the dash cluster is in, the dash itself is in. I gotta get that top piece from my other garage. I'm just now finishing up this under section. There are a few plugs that are now negated because we don't have an automatic transmission, among other things in there. I've got the center set up. I just now gotta put the actual center back in. There's also the wiggly bits for the AC system that need to be set up. We're so close to being finished. It's not even funny. Also, on a completely separate and unrelated note to the interior, my exhaust, I unfortunately am going to have to sell it off to let it go because this exhaust is for an 02 to 07 WRX STI. We checked the hanger locations and everything like that under the car, and it's just, even if we wanted it to work, it was not going to work. The bends don't line up, the channels are completely off, so I'm either gonna have to get a custom exhaust made, which really doesn't sound that bad to me, or I'm gonna have to go and buy another one. And right now, either option is really not an option because I don't have any money. This is our EJ205 from the Forester STI. There's a bolt snapped off that holds that little water channel onto the top of the block. We now have a solution for it. We will go over that more later. For right now, just trust and believe that that 205 is going to be a very happy little clam inside of the Forester once we get that addressed, and then we get the rest of the hose kits for this because, well, we're there. It's just about there. But without further ado, I'm going to do the probably incredibly stupid thing and put power to the body of this thing just to see if the body will even work. After a bit of fighting, starter's in a good enough spot. I'm just going to set it. If I messed up, there's going to be a big bang and the airbags will all be blown up. Hey! Hey! The lights are on. Something's working. Alright, it's now technically day 4 and the power is on. I ran the windows down earlier just to kind of make it a little less hot because poor boy gets hot in there after a while. And the battery is on without flashing lights, which means, yes, I figured out what was going on. The car was thinking that it was in alarm mode, and I was able to go in there and just kind of click the unlock button on my fob because I still have that, thankfully, and voila, no more alarm mode setting active. We also know for a fact that our SRS airbag is not faulted. The lights do come on and then turn off like they're supposed to. So we know for a fact that we have working airbags now, which means I did wire it correctly and I'm not going to die. The dash is completely in. The lights are now working. Obviously they won't do anything with the car off because of the safety mechanisms built in, but knowing that we've wired this for the most part correctly makes me very, very happy. For those of you that are new to this channel, new to what we do here, we've been trying to figure out that wiring for a long time, and more importantly, when we were working on this thing 24/7 trying to get it running, that wiring was a nightmare to figure out, and I would not have been able to do this without the help of Yilmar, Ian, and Casey, because they're the three dudes that really stepped in to help me kind of keep going on the right path with this. So very glad that we are at a point now where it is starting to become a car again. Just talking about you in a positive light, don't worry. Take a look inside, check it out. Dash is back together, everything works.
Does it still act like the alarm's going off?
Nope, figured out what that was.
Oh?
The fob. We had to reactivate the fob because the control module got plugged in finally.
Schwamp, schwamp.
So, yeah, no, everything works. Turn the little hazard lights on the top. Clearly it needs an LED resistor still, because it's out here having a rave. Clearly we are super excited with the immense amount of progress that was made inside of this cabin space. All that was left to work on now was the fuel pump controller from IWire that needed to be patched in to our current fuel pump setup. Ian showed up at just the right time because the dash, for all intents and purposes, is done. We're literally at the stage where we can sit there, scrub that engine bay clean, and throw the engine in. Already found a transmission. This one is from an actual dealer, so I won't have to worry about getting ripped off. How do you feel about this?
It needs to be done. Ended suffering.
If you enjoyed this episode and all the things that we did in this episode, if you found it helpful and appreciative, please let us know down in the comment section. We read just about every single comment we get. Every little thing counts for us. And yeah, if you want to see what it was like when we first pulled everything out of this car, check out this video here. That was quite a summertime adventure. Extremely hot, very frustrating, and more importantly, very telling as to why the EJ25 blew up on us.